that was a good time. Oh, hi everybody. Sorry, you caught me on a little break there. And I was just thinking back to some of the fun times and some of the places that really helped shape who I am and all of the wonderful, great adventures I had in my youth. Would you like to hear about it? Sure. I got a few more minutes on my break here. Tell you what, set a spell. Pull up a glass there. And let me tell you all about the railroad that really inspired me. The year was 1993, and my family was paying a visit to one of the most beautiful scenic railroads in America, the Strasburg Railroad. Now, isn't that just a beautiful sight? It was a rainy day, however, when we took our first ride. We were pulled by steam locomotive number 89, a Canadian National Mogul locomotive. She was pulling Victorian-style wood coaches on the line. One thing about this railroad is that when they do a restoration project, they do it right. I really enjoyed riding in those plush seats. And of course, we loved our vintage-style tickets. Whoop! Here we go! Our train is departing. Oh man, look at me in that little outfit. And of course, my beautiful mother and my not-so-excited brother. I can't blame them. Loud noises are kind of sensitive to him at that age. Our conductor came around and took our tickets, and we enjoyed the ride. What amazes me is when I look back at these videos, it's just how much the railroad has changed for the better. It's grown a lot since my first visit in 1993. The railroad was first built in 1832, and the town is known as the Mecca for all train buffs. They do work for the Disney locomotives as well as other railroads in the east and in the west. Right now, the biggest project they're working on is the Chesapeake and Ohio 614. They also have the coach that was used in the movie Hello, Dolly, but we'll come back to that on another date. The videographer in this clip is my father, Norm. And even though as an adult I get kind of embarrassed watching, I'm glad that he and my mother captured these memories. I mean, my brother's now a 6-foot-tall giant, but you know something? This is actually what really helped shape me a lot in my youth. Because if you look, we're just having a fun time as a family. That's the thing I love most about trains, is that even for just 5 seconds or 5 minutes, nobody's fighting, nobody's arguing, we're just enjoying time as a family. And of course, my parents are deeply grateful for even just 5 minutes of peace with 2 little kids. One of the traditions that both my brother and I enjoyed was the ghost train whistle that they often performed and still perform to this day on the railroad. Just take a moment and listen.
You're echoing the whistle against the mountainside.
That's right, Dad. The train continued on toward Paradise. Yes, that is the name of the town. We went to the end of the line and returned. And it was a nice, smooth ride, and we thoroughly enjoyed it despite all the weather. And of course, it is so much fun to be able to see the beautiful rolling Amish landscape. Locomotive number 89 still runs to this very day at the Strasburg Railroad. Of course, she's more into her Canadian National livery with a center headlight. But you know something? To this day, I am deeply grateful for the crew and all of the hard work that they put into the line. We stayed along afterwards to be able to watch the locomotive get put away into its berth. I had my suspicions on who the crewmen were at the time, but I can never really confirm it. But if any of them are watching, please know that you made a huge impact on my life. And I am deeply, deeply grateful for it. A fun fact about number 89 is that she actually used to run for the Steamtown National Historic Site. Well, back in Bella Falls, Vermont, before it became part of the Scranton facility. This engine has also been featured in a History TV channel documentary. And even though I love every one of their engines on the property, 89 will always have a special place in my heart because she's the first. This engine is actually the first engine I ever rode behind as a kid officially. After the locomotive was put away, we headed back to the motel for a little rest and decided that tomorrow we would come back again when the sun was shining and it wasn't raining. And indeed, we weren't disappointed. The next day was absolutely beautiful, although sadly we downgraded our steam ride from this to this. Although, I'm not going to complain. I hear to this day that little ride is still in existence. After we visited the railroad for a little bit, we headed down the tracks to the famous Red Caboose Motel. This place is absolutely amazing and still operates to this very day, although the cabooses look a little bit different as the new owners have currently added new paint themes and have really shined them up. We absolutely love coming here. We would often get lunch here, and this is where I had my first glass of birch beer. Plus, the Amish are all around us, so we enjoyed watching them. And this gave my brother a little thrill, too. I think this is where the love of carnival rides for him first came along. But I think me and him both agreed that this ride was definitely our favorite. At least as far as little coin-operated rides go. We prefer the rail train more than anything, but we had a fun time. We then headed inside and enjoyed a delicious meal together. I really love sampling the birch beer, the sandwiches, spaghetti, and more. And plus, we got to watch the trains go by right outside the window. I think the only hardest part of this trip was saying goodbye. We never really wanted to leave after that, but my parents always reminded me that even though it was sad to leave a wonderful place like this, it just meant that it gave us an excuse to come back. I can still remember as a kid looking out the back window of our little '89 Plymouth Voyager, hoping and praying that we would be able to come back again fast one day. I want to give a special shout out to the Strasburg Railroad, thanking them for an awesome opportunity, to my father for driving us all over the place for his hard work and sacrifices, for my lovely mother, especially for sacrificing her time and patience with us, and a special thank you to my brother Steve. And above all else, I am deeply grateful for the Lord's blessings on such a wonderful, fun trip. And Lord willing, I plan on returning again one day to the Strasburg Railroad. After all, there's just something about this place. And that's the story of my first ever trip to the Strasburg Railroad. I always enjoy going back there. It's so much fun. It's just as much fun the 10th or 11th time as it was the first for me. Of course, the first will always be special, because I got to spend it with my family. Hopefully you too will take your families down there someday too, to the Strasburg Railroad located in beautiful Strasburg, Pennsylvania. Well, break's about over. I'll see you guys trackside for the next one. All aboard!